Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. The question we hope to answer this time is, can we make a subwoofer that can match the JTR Captivator 2400, as mighty as it is, and be more articulate and musical? Well, we hope to find out. All right, now, here they are. This is the TG Customs DDF-12. That's the name that we have decided to go with on this series, with the dual down firing and forward firing speaker. Of course, that's where the DDF comes from. And it's a pretty cool sub. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I'm going to play you a couple of tracks, see what you think. Why don't we start with the JTR this time? All right, let's take a look at this. This driver is just absolutely awesome. I mean, the excursion that this thing is capable of, you can't beat it. As far as home theater. However, this dual 12, from about 18 hertz on up, I think it does. I mean, it's yet to be seen. I've just been living with this thing for a couple of days, but I think we've got something that will just barely edge out the JTR Captivator from 18 hertz on up. And I'll show you the REW measurements, the REW measurements, to prove it. First of all, let's go ahead and see what's going on. Now, let's take a look at these first. The boxes are very similar, same height. Of course, you can tell I'm a fan of the JTR Captivator. It's roughly the same size. The TG Customs is about 1/2 inch deeper. And some of you are asking in the comments on the 10-inch in the video that I posted last time, is this thing ported? Let's see if I can get it to go up. Bear with me for a second. No edits, just like last time. We're just going to do this quick and dirty. Okay, there's your downward firing driver, which really helps in tactile response. This thing, I mean, the dual down forward firing orientation is just awesome. All right, there's your ports. We've got about 40 square inches of ports going on here. Little different orientation than the 10-inch, which had an amp on the side, so we could do a slot port. This thing has 2 separate ports, and because the buyer wanted the amp on the back, we had to do it that way. And I'm pretty happy with how it sounds. Okay, musical head-to-head. I did find a good song on pixabay.com, which was suggested to me by a viewer. And so you know who you are. Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and start with the JTR this time. Barring any technical difficulties, of course, but here we go. And there we go, perfect 90-second clip. Okay, let's switch off the JTR. Just like last time, the big boys are off. You guys remember these things? Yep, beautiful. Okay, both of the big boys are off. Okay, JTR going off, and the TG Customs going on. Okay, one thing I want you to listen for is the tightness, cleanness. I think we've really got something here. This is a prototype, by the way, so there will be slight changes in the design as time goes on. But here we go. And there we go. Okay, I know that you guys can't get that tactile feel through the screen, but this, I don't know what to say. This thing really moves. I mean, my theater has a riser in the front, in the back, and so I am getting more tactile feel through the riser. I think that it's that downfiring sub that kind of creates more of that tactile feel, but wow, that is impressive. By the way, we've got a little bit of a custom bit going on there for the buyer. Kind of cool. Okay, just so that you're aware, look at the gain level on the TG Customs. And I think there's a reason for that, which I'll talk about in just a second. And look at the gain level on the JTR. Same 2400 watt amp. There we go. It's a little higher. Now, the thing that I think is going on here, I think that, again, I'm not sure. Jeff Permanian over at JTR would know more about this, but I'm pretty sure that this is a dual 2 ohm wired in series. And so you've got a 4 ohm load that it's presenting to the amp. This is also a dual 2 ohm, both woofers wired in series, but then wired in parallel when you put them together. So it's presenting a 2 ohm load. And so maybe that's the reason that I'm getting a little better power out of the duals than I am out of the JTR. Let's take a look at some REW measurements. I'm sorry I'm doing this on a computer, just filming the computer here. Now, let me just highlight. This is the TG Customs. All right, that I've got highlighted now. This is the JTR. First of all, look at that flat line. That is amazing. But you see from about 18 hertz, right about there, the TG Customs takes over. And it's still going, still ahead at upwards of 40 hertz. And so you're going to get a little bit more of a musical sub. It's not going to have the same output way down below 10 hertz, but pretty impressive. I mean, for a dual 12, I'm highly impressed. Now, this will come with a different, you can order different drivers with it. The Pierce Audio driver is just absolutely awesome. I'm highly impressed with the Dayton Audio. It's a good budget choice, high quality sound, very impressive. All right. There you go. Nice little head-to-head with the JTR. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Remember, headphones or fire up your big old sub, or you're not going to be able to really appreciate what's going on here, what these things can do. Because that song, again, thank you for the person who recommended that website with the copyright-free music, but that song really digs. Okay, I'm going to cut it off there. We're about at the 10-minute mark. So remember, if you build it and it's cool, that's a righteous build. Have a great day. Appreciate each and every one of you. See you later.